targets as millions of Israelis were forced to seek shelter overnight from Iranian ballistic missile attacks. I'm Ladar Greve-Lazi at 6 a.m. in New York and 1 p.m. in Israel. Let's get into all the major headlines you need to know about the ongoing brutal war. We begin this hour's headlines with the latest attacks Iran launched on civilians here in Israel. Overnight, Iran fired multiple ballistic missile barrages targeting all of Israel. The skies lit up from the north to southern parts of Israel with loud booms heard overhead from all areas of Israel due mainly to IDF interceptions. Since the beginning of this war, Iran has fired some 400 ballistic missiles into Israeli territory. The majority were intercepted, but dozens of missile impact sites have been identified, resulting in 24 deaths until now and around 600 people injured. Israel is also working to intercept hundreds of UAVs that cross into Israeli territory. Yet Iran's missile capabilities seem to be diminishing. While in the first days, the regime launched around 100 missiles in each barrage, the latest overnight salvos have included only tens of missiles each time, with impacts mostly landing in open areas or fields and with limited casualties. And overnight Tuesday, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu spoke to U.S. President Donald Trump over the phone amid growing speculation that Trump will decide to increase America's role in the war. The call followed lengthy security consultations in both Washington and Jerusalem. On Tuesday night, U.S. President Donald Trump called for the unconditional surrender of the Islamic Republic of Iran. In a series of tweets on his Truth Social platform, Trump said, quote, "We know exactly where the so-called supreme leader is hiding. He's an easy target," but added that the U.S. will not take him out, at least not for now. He cautioned that U.S. patience is wearing thin. While the United States initially sent mixed messages indicating it would not enter the offensive and was seeking a return to the negotiating table and an end to the war, the tone has shifted in the last 24 hours, with numerous analysts predicting the U.S. could enter the war at any moment. Meanwhile, the IDF continues to degrade its missile launching capabilities. At this hour, Israel has launched renewed attacks in Tehran in broad daylight. We'll continue to update as details come in. Also, the IDF confirmed that one of its attack drones fell in Iran. Officials are investigating whether it was shot down or crashed due to a technical malfunction. The IDF spokesperson stated that surface-to-air missiles were fired at Israeli Air Force drones. And overnight, over 50 Air Force jets took part in a strike on an Iranian centrifuge production site and weapon production facilities in the continuing effort to destroy the Islamic regime's nuclear and military capabilities. The IDF says that the centrifuge production site targeted in Tehran was used by Iran to expand the scope and rate of its uranium enrichment for the purpose of developing nuclear weapons. A target included was a site used for the production of raw materials and components for the assembly of surface-to-surface missiles that Iran has been firing at Israel. And Defense Minister Israel Katz reiterated his warning to the Iranian regime to stop firing on Israeli civilians and population centers and insinuated that should this continue, Ayatollah Khamenei himself would become a target. He also called on residents of the Iranian capital, Tehran, to evacuate the city for their safety. The IDF now estimates that it will achieve its objectives against Iran's nuclear program within a week or two, and the strikes to continue until the threats are eliminated. Yet the Fordo nuclear facility, located deep beneath the ground under a mountain, remains an elusive target. The only way to penetrate this nuclear stronghold is with bunker buster bombs and B-2 stealth bombers